Hello comrades, my name is GameCubeDude, and today I'll be talking about everything wrong with the notorious SML character, Jeffy. Fun fact, I ended up scrapping the original version of this video because it didn't turn out how I wanted it to, and because I thought of something else major I wanted to say. This time, however, I'm gonna do this right. So let's get started. Jeffy can be so damn repetitive at times. Like, how many times have we heard him say,
"What doing?"
Or,
I don't even know.
or say,
What are you doing?
or the most overused,
Why? 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 Why?
Seriously, do people still find this funny? It's been overused to the point of just being stale. Also, it doesn't help that Jeffy often uses the most childish level of toilet humor imaginable, which honestly comes off as just uncomfortable to watch.
Jeffy, what are you doing?
I'm trying to watch the poop come out, Daddy.
If you honestly enjoy watching a kid crap himself, or do that, you have problems. Sure, it can be funny 1 or 2 times, but after it being used in every Jeffy video, don't you feel like it's gotten boring? Or gross? A lot of Jeffy videos are just rehashes of Bowser Jr. videos. Bowser Jr.'s homework, Jeffy's homework, Bowser Jr. gets potty trained, Jeffy gets potty trained, Bowser Jr.'s birthday, Jeffy's birthday, Bowser Jr.'s cell phone, Jeffy's cell phone. Do you see what I mean here? Now, to be fair, at least some of these videos take the concepts in different directions. But sometimes, it's the exact same thing. Jeffy's cell phone is a ripoff of Bowser Jr.'s cell phone. Bowser Jr. gets a cell phone and prank calls people with it. Jeffy gets a cell phone and prank calls people with it. You can repeat concepts if done right, but you can't just repeat what happens. Speaking of Bowser Jr., many people have been saying that Jeffy is becoming the new Bowser Jr. Let's discuss that for a little bit. It is true that Jr. used to be a very obnoxious character, with the majority of his videos involve him torturing Chef Pee-Pee. But over time, Logan improved the character bit by bit until we've gotten to what I'd say is a reasonable level for Jr. In my personal opinion, I think the breaking point of Jr. becoming a good character instead of just a tolerable character was when Cody and Joseph were added into the main cast. Jr. picks on them, but they pick on him back. It never feels like a one-sided situation. But the same cannot be said for Jeffy. It's always one-sided with Jeffy. This brings us into the next topic, how Mario is used like a punching bag. One of Jeffy's most major flaws is how his character is almost entirely based on making Mario's life a living hell. Let me give you an example. Can you tell me how many videos Jeffy's in where Mario isn't affected in some way? Here's the answer. None! There is literally not one video centered around Jeffy where Mario isn't forced to get involved in some way. And the things Mario gets stuck in because of Jeffy just makes me feel bad for Mario. Jeffy has gotten Mario beat up, arrested, locked out of his own house, attacked by sharks, and the list goes on. But the thing I feel the most bad for Mario about is how he ended up with Jeffy in the first place. One day, Mario had a random kid dumped at his house who caused nothing but problems while at Mario's house. And when the people who are supposed to help arrive, they say Mario doesn't have a choice and must keep him, even though Mario never wanted anything to do with him in the first place. That is not only the biggest case of child neglect I've ever heard of, that's ruthlessly unfair to Mario. This is a part I have to include because it really shows how amazing the ignorance of fanboys can be sometimes. Some people actually say that Mario deserves everything he gets cause he's selfish and mean to Jeffy. Well, don't forget, Jeffy is the one who instigates everything bad Mario does. Watch any video where these people say Mario's mean to Jeffy, and I guarantee you Jeffy will be the one who makes the dick move first. What really grinds my gears about this pathetic argument is how hypocritical it is. People say Mario's a bad character because he's selfish. You mean just like Bowser, Chef Pee-Pee, Black Yoshi, and Bowser Jr.? Why is it that only Mario gets attacked for being selfish when these characters often do things way more selfish than he does? I'll tell you why. Because the Jeffy fanboys are the most brain dead of the entire SML community. These maniacs will defend Jeffy no matter what, even when it's so obvious he's in the wrong, and they get triggered every time they hear something negative about their favorite character. The video where I confess that I don't like Jeffy has a 1-to-3 ratio of dislikes. It just goes to show how oversensitive these people really are. If you're a Jeffy fanboy, I have something to tell you. There is these things called opinions. Either learn that people will always have different ones and that you don't have to agree, but you should at least accept them, or go fuck a sea urchin. Look, if you like Jeffy, good for you. If you hate Jeffy, good for you. And whether you hate him or love him, if you're so sensitive about your opinion on Jeffy that you have to attack other people who disagree with you, go fuck yourself and then go die. This is something I have to address because I actually used to defend Jeffy on this point, but things have changed. Some people say Jeffy is bad because he's offensive to disabled people. The thing about that is, Logan has stated in the past that Jeffy isn't actually disabled, he's just stupid. But the videos say otherwise. In SML movie Jeffy's Homework, a superintendent from special needs schooling comes to inform Mario that he needs to teach Jeffy basic stuff. Let me repeat that. A superintendent from special needs schooling. I don't know why someone like that would have to come visit a stupid kid. Maybe that's because when you actually look at Jeffy, it appears to be a bit more complicated than him just being stupid. Jeffy looks like he's deformed. He talks like he has a speech problem. He acts like he can't control a lot of what he does. All characteristics of disabled people. And do I even need to go into the fact that he shoves pencils up his nose, wears a helmet for no reason, craps himself all the time, and that? But if none of this convinces you, this will. In SML movie Jeffy's Stupid Home Video, it is confirmed that Jeffy is a mentally disabled child.
Is that a grown man beating a mentally disabled kid with a hammer? It's mentally disabled kid, mentally disabled kid, mentally disabled kid, mentally disabled kid.
Logan, you can't hide behind this whole Jeffy is just stupid thing anymore. I'm sure you didn't mean anything malicious when you made Jeffy, but you need to understand this is crossing the line at this point. When it comes down to it, the damage has been done. Only Logan can decide what happens next. At this point, I feel like the safest thing Logan can do is get rid of Jeffy. If the wrong person ends up seeing this, it could severely damage Logan's reputation. However, Logan, if you decide to take your chances with Jeffy, which I strongly do not recommend, here's some suggestions I'll give. My first suggestion would be to stop making the Jeffy videos so one-sided whenever Mario is involved. Always taking one character's side will turn audiences away from that character and cause more dislike towards him. That's actually exactly what happened to me with Jeffy's Bad Word or Locked Out. What you should try and do is come up with scenarios where they both benefit or go through detriment together. Don't always lean towards one side. Second suggestion, why does Jeffy always have to be around Mario? Why don't we see him interact with more characters? We saw how well things went for Game Night 4 and Shrek the Babysitter. Having different characters interact with each other opens all kinds of possibilities. In fact, this could be more or less a suggestion for the entire channel. Try making some random combinations of character interactions. Woody and Bowser, Junior and Mario, Black Yoshi and Cody. You're a smart guy, Logan. I know you can find a way to make all these work. You have options. Don't overlook any of them. In the end, Jeffy is still my least favorite SML character. He's obnoxious, repetitive, and offensive. But maybe there's a chance. Logan, if you're watching this, thanks for making such great content over the years, and I hope you'll at least think about what I've said. As for the rest of you, thank you for watching. Peace out, my YouTube comrades.
This is something that's very important. Don't go and watch GameCubeDude shit anymore. This nigga disrespected SML, he disrespected motherfucking Logan, and said some shit about Logan on Twitter. And I had to call that nigga and basically like let that nigga know, yo, take the motherfucking videos down. And he took go to his page, all the SML videos that he reviewed, they are down. So make sure y'all don't follow that nigga anymore. Don't even watch that nigga videos, because GameCubeDude is nothing but a hater. He watches the videos just to get paid. I do the reviews for the fans, because y'all don't know what goes on behind the scenes. This nigga do the reviews just for the cash, you feel me? I don't have to do it for the cash. I get paid for the videos that we do on a regular basis, you know what I mean? But for this man to sit here and discredit and talk about Logan and say Logan's losing it. He doesn't have he's I forgot verbatim what he said, but it was basically like he sucks. Now like SML sucks now, it's going down the drain. But you're supposed to be a fan. That's what I had to call his ass up, and I confronted his ass, and then he wanted to act all pussy and shit. You feel me? Then he finally at first he tried to act like he had some balls, but then I let that nigga know it's real. And then he said, "Why did you call me?" And cause you're an Atlanta dick rider, point blank period. That's why I called you that. So I love SML 67. If you don't like that, unfriend me. But anyway, because if you fuck with Atlanta, you obviously don't fuck with me, buddy. But anyway, GameCubeDude, like all he does is like dramatic shit. Like with the fight with that one dude, that Dave dude or whatever that nigga name is that did YouTube reviews and shit. Like he just looks for drama and for attention. And Logan talks to him too. So like yo, just don't check out his videos no more, cause none of his videos are gonna be SML videos anymore anyway. Cause we didn't give him permission to use the videos anymore because of the way he disrespected us, and then expect to like do reviews and make money off our shit after you basically called us like. This isn't like verbatim what he said, but basically worthless. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what the tweet said verbatim, but verbatim means word for word. But Logan had saw it and told me about it, so I had called the nigga up because I had his phone number, and I was going because he wanted me to do. He mainly wanted me to do it. He did all this shit because the nigga got in his feelings because I didn't do a podcast with his ass. This nigga got mad because I didn't do a podcast for his channel. Bitch, get out your motherfucking feelings, you little female. What the fuck wrong with you? You goddamn pussy. Oh my god, you fat fuck. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a mean guy at all, but when you disrespect anybody like me, Logan, you know, Pablo, Lance can hold his own. But you know what I'm saying, Lance still, you know what I'm saying, he's a fucking a part of SML. If you fuck around and diss them, Tito, JJ, Chili, like, yo, I'm not handling that. Really, mainly the characters, you know what I'm saying, Tito and JJ. Chili doesn't really, you know, do the voices that much, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, she's a part of the crew. But, like, when you're disrespecting somebody that's allowing you to take their vids and make money off of it, and then you say some shit that could potentially have other fans, like, be like, oh, yeah, they're using, they're not getting funny anymore, or shit like that. They're losing their touch. Or, you know, all that type of stuff when it's not really true. It's like, nigga, we added so many new stuff, and it's not like a video we've done that's been, like, repeated, unless we did a part 2 or 3 of it. But, yeah, like, don't fuck with GameCubeDude anymore, because the nigga basically is a hater and an opportunist, because he just he reacts to our video. He reacts to our videos and then say shit like, oh, this is, I didn't like this video. I fucking hate Jeffy. Blah. Shit like that. But you say you're a fan of the fucking channel. I don't get it. So don't vibe with that man, yo. And whoever watches this channel, or if you got friends that watch that man's channel, yo, tell him not to subscribe or unsubscribe, do all that shit, cause he don't deserve it. I hope that nigga watching right now, cause I want that nigga to get in his feelings. Oh, bitch ass nigga. That nigga turned bitch over the phone real quick. You knew it was real. Tried to act gangster for a second. Nigga, stop. Can't help these internet niggas, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy. Ain't shit fake around here. Let these niggas know. Go ahead, Seth Strutter.
The reason I took down GameCubeDude 300 is because I wanted the part of my internet persona that was Super Mario Logan destroyed. Not cut down, not reduced, destroyed. I don't want a part of that community anymore. I don't want to be associated with that channel anymore. I want to take a quick moment to apologize to everyone who follows me on Twitter. I realize that some of the tweets I made were extremely vague and it caused a lot of you to get confused. Lovell did not force me to take down my channel, but he did pressure Logan into striking down my channel. A few weeks back, I decided I didn't really want to make that many SML reactions anymore. I decided I would make one every now and then. Then on July 3rd, I decided I didn't want a part of the SML community anymore. So I privatized about 90% of my SML reactions and I stated some opinions on Twitter. Keep that in mind. Opinions. This was apparently enough to make Logan hate me enough that he wanted all my SML reactions, even the ones where I praised him, deleted. Not unlisted, not privatized, not even unmonetized, he just straight up wanted them deleted. So Logan makes Lovell call me, and the first phone call I get from Lovell was nothing short of a disaster. Practically that entire phone call was me trying to speak and Lovell screaming over me. I eventually got fed up with his behavior and hung up on him. Maybe 5 minutes later, he calls me again and this time he's got Logan with him. To Logan's credit, he was a lot more calm than Lovell was. So you would think that we could actually start communicating somewhat, but no, Logan would talk, I would try to talk, and then Lovell would just scream at me. That's how most of that call went. Lovell was doing everything he could to keep me at a disadvantage in that phone call. He wouldn't let me talk, he was screaming at me, he was calling me fat, and there were a few times he was just like, yo Logan, fuck this, just take down the dude's channel. So eventually I just get to a point like, okay, fuck this, I've got other shit going on, I don't need this right now, I'll take down the fucking videos, whatever. So I get home from the mall with one of my friends, cause that's what I was doing at the time I got this call. I take down the few videos that were left up, like Jeffy's homework or SML remake, Toad's mistake. And they also told me to delete all the videos I privatized, like it was gonna make a fucking difference, whatever. So I did everything they wanted, but that still wasn't good enough. You're not gonna believe this. Lovell said I also had to delete the tweets where I mentioned him and Logan, or he was gonna strike down my other 3 channels. It was at this moment where any shrivel of respect, dignity, or anything I felt towards Lovell was decimated. This was clearly an empty threat to me, but the fact that he would even try this just blew my mind. I decided at this point enough was enough, so I blocked Lovell on Twitter, I blocked him on Instagram, and I blocked his phone number. I didn't want to hear from him anymore. Then by coincidence, a little while later, somebody brought to my attention a video that was claiming that Logan had actually stolen the Jeffy character from a smaller YouTuber. Now I understand that more information has come out about this, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. This, for me, was the straw that broke the camel's back. I decided I was completely done. I didn't want my name associated with Super Mario Logan any way, shape, or form anymore. The thing is, about 70% of the subscribers on GameCubeDude 300 were just there for the SML reactions. So I decided the best thing for me to do was to delete that channel and start clean on one of my other channels. Now, I'd like to clear up one thing that Lovell has been saying. Lovell was claiming that apparently I was butthurt that he didn't come on the Opinionated podcast. Well, that's not true. The thing is that Lovell completely avoided coming on that podcast. Every time I asked him when he could come on, I never got an answer. He almost never messaged me back either, so I felt like he was just avoiding me. Even when we had a set date for him to come on, he didn't show up. He didn't even answer his phone. The first time he did this, he said it was because he had a funeral to attend. Now, I can completely understand, attending a funeral instead of doing a podcast, but why didn't you just let me know about this? He didn't tell me until like the day after that he was attending this funeral. So now I'm pretty much convinced that he was never going to come on this podcast to begin with. Whether he actually was going to come on the podcast, I don't care anymore because now I don't want him on the podcast. I don't want to talk to him anymore, period. Now listen, anybody who's a fan of me because of my SML reactions, I think you might just be better off avoiding me and my content. No matter how much you guys ask for it, the SML reactions are not coming back. And if you only watched me for my SML reactions, don't waste your time with me anymore. Anybody who's a fan of my reaction videos in general will be happy to know that I'm going to re-upload some of them and make some new ones on GameCubeDude 200, this channel. Again, I don't want to associate with Super Mario Logan anymore. I just want to break off and be my own thing. For those of you who are sticking with me, I can't thank you enough for all the amazing support you guys have given. For everyone on Twitter who was supportive of my decisions, thank you as well. Once this all blows over, I'm gonna go back to working hard and making content for you guys again. I'm sorry that things had to happen this way. I'm sorry that a lot of you lost a channel that you loved, but I hope we can move on from this, and I hope I can still continue to entertain you guys. Alright everyone, I'll see some of you guys in the next video. Peace out, my internet comrades. You will be missed, my friend, but I won't forget all the good times we had together.